Uh, shit, just over mobile.
Very bad.
Nigga.
Hey yo.
Nigga.
Hey yo.
Faggot, retard, nigger, niglet, midget, little brown, little chew, Auschwitz.
Not the one. Not the by one.
Yes.
I'm still at work. Fuck it. I need to go. Bro, anonymous script, you little niglet. Kill yourself, you fucking nigger faggot. Wouldn't it be funny if I just put in the timeout right now? Okay, bye.
I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Just the two of us, building big castles way on high. Just the two of us, you and I. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Let's get it together, baby. Just the two of us.
is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she could do it all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week messed around and got a triple-double. Freaking brothers every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day. Drove to the pad and hit the showers. Didn't even get no static from the cowards. Cause just yesterday them fools tried to blast me. Saw the police and they rolled right past me. No flexing, didn't even look in a brother's direction as I ran the intersection. Went to Show Dog's house, they was watching Yo MTV raps. What's the haps on the craps? Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Roll 'em in a circle of homies and watch me break 'em with the 7-11, 7-11, 7 even back door Little Joe. I picked up the cash flow. Then we played balls, and I'm yelling domino. Plus nobody I know got killed in South Central LA. Today was a good day. Left my homie's house paid. Picked up a girl, been trying to dig since the 12th grade. It's ironic, I had the boo, she had the chronic. The Lakers beat the Supersonics. Felt on the big fat fanny, pulled out the jammy and killed the poo nanny. And my Jimmy runs deep, so deep, so deep, put her butt to sleep. Woke her up around 1, she didn't hesitate to call Ice Cube the Top Gun. Drove her to the pad and I'm coasting. Took another sip of the potion, hit the 3-wheel motion. I was glad everything had worked out. Dropped the bird off and then chirped out. Today was like one of those fly dreams. Didn't even see a berry flashing those high beams. No helicopter looking for the murder. 2 in the morning, got the fat burger. Even saw the lights of the Goodyear blimp, and it read Ice Cube's a pimp. Drunk as hell, but no throwing up. Halfway home, and my page is still blowing up. Today I didn't even have to use my AK. I gotta say it was a good day. Hold up, Pooh, stop this, man. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another race, but it's the important race because today is the finals. I am joined here by one of that's he's been a recent on the stream, and it is my boy CM Racing. So me and CM will be your commentators today. We will have a few guests coming along, you know, just have a little chat. But here is what you're having today. It's me and CM. So, hello, mate. How are you?
I'm good. Plus, with this new microphone I got for you guys, you can now hear me more cleaner than in the last streams I was.
Yep, an absolute CMW, common CMW right there. So we got a big one up here to the finals. I know we already know Leicester, the big boy, big main man has won it, but you know we still have a lot to come in the constructors and a few spots to be filled up in the drivers as
Constructors, of
well.
course, done too. So, Constructors already done too, of course, with Stratos being the World Constructor Champion. But we have still a few fights here for the positions behind them, like my team versus Gil- Gardella and Vortex. They are all separated by just like 7 points, and they are fighting for the fourth position. So we can hope to have still a midfield slash backfield battle between the three teams which had championship wins in the past as other teams.
Sorry, just telling this bozo to go away. But yes, yeah, we there is Stratos and Leicester. Those big boys. They don't even have to come and race today. That's why I don't think we have any of them here, or most of them here. But which is kind of a bozo move. But we do have a few here. That is good. But yeah, they have obviously just taken this championship by the hands. If Ruben was here, I'm sure he would be the drivers' championship. But Ruben is an absolute bozo. Same as Meg. Meg is also a bozo as he is ruining the line at the front of it. I'm sorry, but it is just what it is. When we're going apparently. Yeah,
It looks like.
we're going, and this is qualifying for the spring finals already happening. We have 900 seconds on the clock, 15 minutes, and of action here for you guys. And we already have a few in the barrier and a few going backwards on the track, so it's already off to a beautiful start. Let me just check if I've got my sound right, and I have. Let me just turn up CM. Anyways, but yes, it. Yes, we're already off
I think that's
to a good start. Someone completed. Just wait, I'm trying to check something.
so. So I think there was a bit of confusion. Two drivers were already somehow at the start-finish line, and three drivers are still in a pit lane by some reason. No, I think two only. One is standing at the mechanic, and the other one directly next to the vortex box, which looks like it's Play Games, who's standing next to the vortex box. We don't know if he's going to move sometime, but he's meanwhile standing still. As standing still is the driver of Stratos Jack, of course at the careful mechanic box. He is, I don't know what he's doing, but I he might wait for the rain, which was announced to appear soon.
Yeah, we didn't also have that much practice in the rain as we do see some clouds start to form, and it is definitely a bit of a grey wall that we're seeing right now. But it could clear up anytime soon. They did say only 20 minutes of a possible light shower, which we don't know what that means. We don't know what's going to happen just soon. So anything, but we do know we have a bit of wet weather coming up, which could be interesting. We haven't had, like I said, we haven't had any practice, but yeah. it would be interesting for a wet weather race, and I'm sure it will change some leaderboard positions. Definitely. But yeah, we're heading into this with some goofier people on the track, and a big point deficit in the championship. But it's the finals. Let's at least try to see some the midfield start to clear up, which we have seen the midfield in the races this whole season, been the whole show, been a big show. So let's see how that will translate to the championship. But yeah, Lista obviously clearing that up, and he is here today with and getting a 43 already. So that's pretty nice.
Mhm.
Oh crap!
I mean, no, the people are finishing the first lap and the second lap, and we are, of course, seeing that Leafster is again very strong in qualifying. But, like, of course, you mentioned already, this is like a very rare change of rain because we had never had a rain race in this season. So this will be a very, I think, actionful race to look who's going to be the winner of the last race. And while I said it, Loska Coco 2 from Gardella just went right behind Leafstar.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting 60 minutes or so around this track, but yeah, still's a lot to come. We don't know what's going to happen just at the moment. Whether it's not very predictable, as we see someone thinking it's anti-clockwise. Um, but yeah, it's very unpredictable. We can't, you know, we don't know what's going to happen just yet. But we do know is that we're going to have pretty action packed race here.
And
Hopefully for you guys.
if you already speak about action, Utah is meanwhile leading at the qualifying in front of Tim. Leafstar has still the same time, and his last time was just a little bit slower over 1 second. But it's now surprising to see not Leafstar again at the front right now, as we can remember at like round 2, where Leafstar and Ruben fighted again for the first position in qualifying, and then Rob did it actually. I mean, we might have another sensational pole setter directly at the last race of spring season.
Yeah, Utah obviously being a pretty strong driver. A new face to KF1 this season, and he's already looking out to have pretty good career here. Um, Topping the times, being up with the big boys like Leafster, same as Sway 19. I forgot how to say his name, but that's what we're gonna call him today. Him putting up now a little lapid to get into pole position. He's definitely also looking like to be a pretty big contender from what I see. For for a career, but anything can happen. Utah still does have the personal best of the 43, while the rest of the field does have 42s. Well, the front of the pack. So we'll see what happens. We know he can crack out 43s. Maybe he can crack out a 42 today, but we know the others definitely, if they're on their toes, can crack out a 42. So we'll see what happens. A few changes in the leaderboard of now. Turfsy, another young face that has absolutely dominated the front of the field here. Turfsy pops up with a 43.379, popping up into second place, followed by Deadly Tim and Leicester. And as I say that, Leicester popping up with a 42.812. That's a pretty good time there. He's inching closer to his personal best
But you need to be
every lap.
careful because SVE has a purple sector 1. He might get a purple sector 3 if he's going to be a bit faster, but it looks like he messed it up and yeah, hasn't a better time like his last one.
Yeah, definitely has not improved, but Leafs are putting up a 42.8 806 or something 812. It'll be a hard one to beat, but we will find out in the meantime. And Rob not satisfying our expectations. He's all the way down in 11th when I would definitely think he would be up closer. Um, he when he also said to me he was uh, he thought he mastered this track, but he's all the way down there. I'm sure he will end up
If you of course remember,
up,
yeah, if
coming
you
up from
remember
us.
no race 2, yeah. So if you remember race 2, of course, like I already mentioned, there was Rob at the pole position as surprisingly, and it was of course that track where he did the pole position this season, and now with sadly being not able to keep it up, I mean, he might get a surprise to us in the next minutes. We don't know it yet, but what I see about surprises is that Leafstar hasn't crossed the sector 1 after his best lap, so it looks like he might crash somewhere, and meanwhile the other drivers are trying to improve, but it looks like we are going to stay like this at the meanwhile.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, it's not looking. Yeah, right now it's looking pretty good for Leafs at the moment. No one being able to improve. No one able to being improved right now. No one's got into the 42s yet. Only Lisa has cracked into that field, so I think we might have a Lisa pole position here. But there's still a lot of time to go. Still a lot. Um,
Okay, so I see Leafstar. Leafstar is at turn 1 and standing at the opposite way. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, he's speaking about something.
yeah, let's go tune into chat to see what he said.
Oh, oh, he said that he is not going to make another lap because he know he can't. So it might be the last lap he did in qualifying. So we might see him on pole with this lap at 42.812, but we shouldn't say it as soon as that because it can change any time. So Leafstar, please do not stand like this. You can't be sure about it.
Yeah, at least maybe at least have a try at it, but he is I don't know how to say this, but just gonna retire from the session. Maybe maybe he'll keep with the poll, but we will see. I know we can do better. But that's his decision. No one's cracked into the 42s. 42s yet. No one has been improving. We have seen some fast sectors like Fortress just putting in a fastest sector 2, and same as Deadly Tim fastest sector 1. And Leafs are fastest sector 3. He decided to stop going. But yeah, cracking in with the 42.812. That's going to be it at the end of his qualifying. But he'll definitely still keep that time. Um, I don't know if the time is fixed, but is it?
It might. No, it isn't fixed yet. So I can tell you 240 seconds left on the clock, which are actually a bit more of the timing, I guess. But at the meanwhile, we see just yellow sectors. So there might not any improvement anymore. But of course, as we already mentioned, the rain might approach. So the timings will be a bit slower in the race, as we can guess. And maybe some of the back markers or at the middle field might be faster than Leafstar, and Leafstar could fall down, but we should better let us surprise ourselves at the race once the qualified is done. Oh, and that is rain in 10 minutes. So it
Oh
will
no.
appear rain. Yeah, so we can get an actual rain race in this season. The first rain race in the season and the last one, of course. And I don't know how many races we had in a full time in KF1, but in spring it is the first and only rain race. And even if Leafs is already the world champion, he might seek for another win. But if he's going to mess it up, this might not looking good for him, because the rain, as we know, it's really slippery. But we hope for the drivers, for every driver, even for Leafstar, that they might not spin so much, so they still all got a chance to win or getting into the top three.
Um. Yeah. Totally forgot what was I was going to speak about, but yeah, we almost just a minute and a half left, around a minute and a half left in this session, and the drivers are on their toes trying to put in something. Meg's popping up with a P5, and Rob 14th, only getting 44s. What is happening here? Just keeping a little tab on him. Play games also with a 44. Not what we expected. And XD Spicer just cracking into the 43s. Um, a few drivers not going as fast as they wanted. It could be from lag issues or because they're just not feeling it today. But currently, it's looking like Leafs might actually keep this pole as we are almost heading into 1 minute left of qualifying. All right now, drivers will be on their best. Will be drivers will try to go on their best times, pull out their best tricks, do anything they can to get in a good lap time. If it's from cutting people off, blocking people, or just hitting barriers, they're gonna try it now. The last final laps is coming down. We got 30 seconds left. A few fastest sectors being pulled around of Tennessee, Utah, or those red. I don't know.
So we are
Or
now getting ready. The last 10 seconds are going to appear now. Let's see who's going to still cross the line to get a last lap. And it looks like 3, 2, 1, and the qualifying is over now. The last qualifying has ended. Let's see who's going to cross the line now.
yeah, if we
And
look,
it looks like that leaves are staying because nobody has a green sector anymore. So it looks like Leafstar is going to stay on pole in front of S3E and Turf C, which are finishing the top three. Then Utah, Mac, Tim, Play, Fotoras, Kai, Players, Spicer, Luska Coco, Lies, Jack, Rob, Legit, Lazy, and Lord, which is finishing at the last place.
so that is confirmed. Leafster on pole position, and he's fought for this one today, and he does get. He's on pole for the race, and it's gonna be we know it's gonna be a wet weather one. So let's see what's gonna happen. Hopefully we can have an action pit field race, and it's gonna be heavy rain. That's being confirmed
Oh,
by
this is not
FBA.
good. This is not good.
We got a 5 minute break and heavy rain coming up. We will be quickly cutting to a little short break, but thank you for watching this qualifying. I ask you to we ask you to leave a like, subscribe it as it helps us pump out these live streams, and also check out the socials in the description. It would be greatly appreciated. But thank you so much for being with us for qualifying, and we hope you have a pretty good 5 minute break. But there it is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Leafster is on your pole position.
I mean, he said it.
Okay, we're back because
But am I? Let's. Yeah.
Rob wants to be doing interviews. So
Yeah, I think Emma leave you two guys making the interview. Emma be right back.
so Rob, not the best qualifying for you. What happened out
Yeah,
there?
let's not talk about it. I honestly don't know. I just couldn't find the pace. I always kept messing up, and I don't know. Just yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, so yeah, so there a bit of drama with you and with you and Meg. What's happening over there?
Well, I don't know, but he's calling me slow boy, saying that I'm not the driver one material and stuff. So yeah, basically just trash talk. But I don't know. I guess he's just mad because he's in driver one.
Um yeah, a bit mad, but he has to stay mad because that's life. And we all know people who disrespect my hubby boo don't get an interview, so we won't be seeing Meg here today. But yeah, what are you looking for the race?
Meg
What do
forward
you think
slash
you can get
Pablo said
there?
I didn't. Meg forward slash
I think
Pablo
I'll
said
do
I
great
didn't.
in the race, mainly because my pace has
Meg
been
forward slash Pablo
race
said bruh.
pace has been improving a lot recently.
Um, yeah. So what are we aiming for in this race? So what positions?
I guess top 7, mainly like in the points.
Top 7. All right, that sounds good. So you want
Yeah,
some late points, or
yeah,
some
just in
points
the
coming
points.
into uh coming into the next race. Let me get thing into here. But thank you so much for being on this. I heard good luck for
Wait,
the
wait, wait,
race.
wait, 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 wait. I'm gonna sing. On the floor, get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing.
Dancing
Till
is
the
what I
time, baby,
do.
you on my
Oh my
mind.
god,
I
I
don't
messed it up.
know why, yeah, but the feeling is
Cry.
fine. Can't you see,
See,
honey?
one of me.
Oh, with
Oh,
you
baby, is a candy.
dancing in the moonlight,
Moonlight dancing is
dancing
under the
in
stars
the
so
moonlight,
light.
holding you until the sunrise, sleeping until the midnight. Get up
Dancing
on the
on my
floor,
bone,
dancing
dancing
all
on
night
my
long.
nose,
Get up
dancing
on
on
the
my
floor,
bone,
dancing to
dancing
the break
in
of
the
dawn.
song,
Get
dancing
up on the
on my
floor,
bone,
dancing to the break of
dancing
dawn.
on
Get up on the
my
floor,
bone,
dancing,
dancing,
dancing
dancing
as you
on
do,
my
dancing like it goes through,
dancing,
dancing
dancing
rock
to
is
take
my
my
soul,
bone,
dancing
dancing
like
to
it
get my
goes.
soul,
You
dancing
do,
to
dancing
it's
like
to
it
get I
30
goes,
seconds,
do,
dancing
guys.
and
like
to
it
get my
goes,
soul,
dancing
and
like
to
I
get my
get home.
home.
Every
You
time I
got
look
into
in your eyes,
eyes,
my
20
singing to the
seconds.
that's a spider.
midnight.
I
Can't
love,
you
I
see?
know, I know, I know.
Oh,
I
it's
know those things
really
that
Guys,
inside
10
of
good
seconds.
to
We
me.
are
me.
going to race soon.
Oh,
Get on the
my
floor,
phone, dancing
dancing
to
all night
the
long.
long,
Get
and
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
though,
dancing
dancing
the
in
Rob,
break
the
of
I
dawn.
ghetto,
Rob, you
Get
should
dancing
be
on
around
the
fast
my
now. It's
floor,
race now.
dancing
dancing
the break
like
of
I
dawn.
know,
Get
then
on
bottom
the
up
floor,
though,
dancing,
dancing.
dancing is
This is
what
what
you
I
do.
do,
dancing in the perfume, dancing
Guys,
in the floor, dancing hot as we go,
guys,
dancing
they
in
are
the
lining up on grid
perfume,
now.
dancing hot as we go, dancing hot as we go,
Fia,
dancing hot as
they are
we
lining up now on
go,
grid.
running slow, dancing on the low, running slow, dancing to the break of dawn, get on the floor, dancing to the low, get on the floor, dancing. I get
Guys,
on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn,
guys,
get
the
on
grid
the
is
floor,
now.
dancing to the break of dawn, get on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn, get
Fia,
on
they
the
are lining up
floor,
now.
get
Hello,
on
hello.
That
They
was
are
your
lining
hot.
up now.
That is your hot new single for Rob on the Fresh Radio. But make sure to tune in to 1.55 FM
me.
for the top hottest hits. But thank you, Rob, for singing that beautiful song. Thank you for being here. Good luck on the race. And we hope to see
Kick me
you
from the VC.
get P1. Thank
I
you.
have wrong time. Kick me from the VC.
I can't. I just muted him, so I can't hear. Anyways, we're almost here, so we're gonna cut to a quick race intro, as we always do. And I'm sorry if you're gonna see anything. I'm still working on the video aspects of it, but yep. If I can pull it up. Never mind. I don't think I ever posted it. Oh. Anyways, we're almost here. I forgot to press F1. Rob
Rob has made a
P3!
big comeback. Tim is P6. Duffy
This is
gone
the
back
first
to
podium
8.
for my team again. This is the first podium for my team again.
Let's go,
This is
Robbie!
very. Now we can see Stratos, if I'm not wrong, World Constructors Championship.
Yeah, so it was already official at the last race because the points were already so much and Gillard might not have a chance anymore. But now it might be more official. But now
Yeah.
now I have to really say the second place is Gardella,
Is
third is CM, fourth is Gardella, fifth is CM. So P2 to P5 is the GCM family. So
so it's quite surprising actually, because Tim was really fighting for P2, but then it looks like Tim lost his confidence somewhere.
yeah, but I'm still surprised because, of course, the team I and TTP did
But
together.
Diddley Tim is he P2 in constructors
It
or
it
drivers
might
championship?
I'm not sure, but I'm still surprised that the factory, me and TTP have founded did in the last race P2, P3, P4, and P5 with two different teams. This is really
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, me and TTP did GCM, and Gardella is a part
so
of the GCM family.
so
So
I'm
it's
hearing right now
yeah.
because players was finished players finished like further from Tim. It seems like Tim has won P2.
You don't have mobile controls.
You know what, boys? I'm hopping in the Cadillac.
Alright. Let's go, Porsche.
I'm the reserve driver, but I'm gonna have to qualify.
Alright, let's go, Porsche. Let's break it through. The Ferrari's new to the track in the final sector. What do you mean? What do you mean? The Ferrari is good to the track.
I spun it already. Broke too late.
You spun out?
I'm at least gonna try and qualify like second. This is my first time like actually like racing it, so
Where are you? What sector are you in?
second.
Hypercar is hypercar. Say goodbye to Grant.
In the
Back to you for the.
Alright, well, I have to hop off, so we'll see you guys later. Of course, just make sure you let my guys know when they can go in their car, please. Guys, listen to Porsche. He'll let you know when you can go in the car. And yeah. Alright, see you boys.
So here we are for the podium celebration. Oh, boom, boom, if I can get my music up. But yes, here we are for third place for Very Hard, coming from all the way from the back of the field. He tried his best and surprisingly got up into third. If Aviate can announce him and teleport him real quick, oh yes, for P3 we have Rob. I love you, hubby boo. But now for P2. For P2, also very hardly fought. He was also from the back of the grid, and it's Play Games with a beautiful P2 finish. Next up, P1, he sadly isn't here, but we have someone filling in for his place. He ended up fighting for this from pole, and it was no problem for him. He flew like Max Verstappen, and every lap was so consistent. It's Lisa. Again and again, he has showed that Ruben is not on top. He's on top. He can win races, and he can keep his P1 positions and stay the world champion. But here is your podium, guys. Take your photos and
Hello guys. So Anando, what's it called? You can start the race off.
as they're gonna take their trophies out.
No, at 12 p.m. And then we keep going an hour and an hour. So every hour we have to switch. So it's first hour you, second hour me, third hour you, fourth hour me, fifth hour you, and then I'll finish the race.
No problem.
Yeah. So, Leaf, do you want me to do the first few laps first to qualify? No. And then I'll hand it over to you. No one set a lap time yet in the hypercar. Did you read my chat, Ananda, about how to get the fuel?
Yep.
So you just click that button, and it comes up with a timer on that button. 60-second timer. Oh, it's finished. Go.
Second gap from Terzi as they just cross by on our screen right now. Rob in P3. He's having a beautiful comeback, really.
Yeah, I mean myself, the one who did pole position in the second round at the same track now has, instead of better
Let's join back to
qualified
race
than
control.
race,
And then when it's
as
at
though
our
it's
turn, we'll
directly
just head
other
to
way
the
around.
this
Bad
VC.
qualified but good race. So it will look like Rob has his main power in the rain, but we have to be careful because they are going to pit, of course, like it was said, and we will look who's going to pit first and if the pit stop will be successful, or if it's everyone at the same lap. So
Yeah,
I
so
can
honestly,
think, yeah.
it just goes down to their strategies, right? So I think
Okay.
Leicester's
Oh,
making a really big gap there, and Rob, he's trying to make a big comeback.
So we're joined by our homie P31678/hit/password or that happy turkey, and he's a big homie and also on the media team, and he's decided to pop in today.
leaves that question to the barrier. Leaves that question to the barrier.
Oh!
He just turned too soon and crashed into the barrier. He just lost time.
Big crash.
No, Leafsa, what are you doing?
But it doesn't really matter. He's lost some time, but he looks like he's still flying. He still is flying.
He seems.
Look at the screen.
He seems to be still. He seems to have that motivation.
As we see the
Of course, he
stars
had a
go
bit too
up
much
to the
motivation,
left.
so that he turned a bit too soon. This is really difficult for Leafstar. And now let's look how big the gap is. Okay, so he just
It
did a
seems to
bit.
be seven
Yeah.
seconds.
Yeah, so from 10 seconds to 7 seconds. But yeah, it looks like that he gained, of course, again his time, but I mean, the field is actually complete in a very different way. But now we have to wait until it's getting damp for the first pit stop. Is Leafstar actually going to pit when he's right in front of the pit lane, or is he going to miss it any lap? We don't know, but it's look like 3 laps left, and the damp hasn't appeared. Yet.
I had to get my team. Hey, I'm happy. I got my team second, so it's not bad. But gotta have them show up to these sessions. You know, I can't be driving for them when I haven't even driven at this track yet. So.
Yeah, but I don't. Damp track, so we're
Oh,
gonna stay
there it is.
west.
Damp trap, stay in wets. Oh, so no pit stop allowed. They have to stay into the dry. They don't are allowed to pit to dry tires. They do have to drive in the wet tires. Oh, this will be a very hard race now, because the grip level will be very, very, very bad.
Yeah, it's coming to the end of the race, and pit lane is closed. So no one's allowed to pit at the moment. No, we're gonna stay in the wet,
Yep.
and it's gonna be super hard to drive around in these conditions. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure Leafs will be able to get around it.
I meanwhile
Yeah.
at the pit entry, so I can look who's trying to pit or not. And meanwhile, everyone is staying out, so they have learned the lesson and are all staying out on the dry tire, on the wet tires in the dry. But so yeah, a few are spinning in the curbs, but it's looking like nobody's going actually to pit, like it was mentioned. So they are actually hearing on the race direction.
Yeah, Rob taking the
Yeah.
biggest hit from this, coming all the way down the P5 from the dampening of the track. But we're heading around almost for the final.
Oh,
Final
Turfsy,
time
4
next
seconds
lap.
away. It looks like Turfsy
Um,
might get. Oh, this is getting really intense now, because Leafstar lost some time again somehow to Turfsy. Maybe he did a mistake again. Oh, Turfsy did a really right mistake. Just lost some time in turn 5, I guess. But
and
yeah,
it seems like the Leaf is under a lot of pressure.
yeah, Leaf is under pressure from Turfsy, who just came closer. But as we look at the leaderboard, the real battle is for P3 with Loska, Play Games, and Rob, who are deciding who's going to be the last one to get a trophy. I mean, this is again a very hard race. Oh! Turfsy just fell down the gap. And now Play, Loska, and Rob are fighting for P2. This is actually, you know, a very hard race.
No, this is a very very hard race, as we can see. Dovzy's dropped down to 6, and I think Dim is fighting for P6 with Dovzy, if I can see.
So, Leafstar is in the last sector. Leafstar in the last sector. And
Yep.
now he's going to swap down to the last 3 corners.
But Leafstar,
And you know what you also have to say?
Leafstar comes
And
and
he's
he
waving.
crosses the line and he wins. He wraps it up
But
for the
who's
finals.
second? Who's second? Who
For
will
the
be second?
finals,
Oh, Play came second. And Rob is
Rob
P3.
P3! Rob
Rob has made
P3!
big comeback.
Is into the barrier and is now P10 with no SVE leading the race in front of Play. That is Tim.
First, and Deadly Tim looking like he will be a better contender. We come into the hairpin, and Deadly Tim falls down. Never mind. Oh, and there's a few spins. A few people have hit the barrier, and a few spins have happened there in just that one corner. Some mistakes after mistakes in the
And
wet
Leafstar, I think
conditions.
Leafstar has 2. Leafstar has 2 make a mistake in the last turn.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like, yeah. Leafstar did in the last turn a mistake too, ran too right into the barrier and is now P10 with no SVE leading the race in front of Play. that is Tim, Mac, Spicer, Turfsy, Fortress, Luska, Utah, of course Leafton and P10, Rob directly behind him, with Jack, Kai, Lacey, Players, Legit, Lice and Lord finishing the last 18.
And P138, P1, the other media guy, you're not doing. Maybe I might let you do post race interview, but you were commentating because you wanted to, and so get home so you can do it. Anyways, we're here. We're here. Play Games is looking like he's in the lead. You to right behind. Can he maybe come up with an overtake? But no. You two and Play Games get overtaken by the rest of the field. Who's gonna come out up in first place? Let's go. It's Meg. Meg's currently leading. Can he keep onto this lead? Will he be able to? We're coming into the hairpin right now. A person just blatantly cut the corner there. I'm missing everything at the moment, but we're gonna cross the line. Who will come up at the top? It's Play Games followed by Turvsy, Loco, Meg and Utah, and Rob coming up in P6, starting almost all the way at the back of the pack, and Sway 19 having a bad start right now in P11, but Turvsy is currently leading, followed right behind Play Games. Can Play Games overtake? Maybe pull over and overtake, but no.
Be careful, Leafster's joining the battle.
So Leafster just popping up saying, "Can I maybe have a piece of that? Let me try this," because now he's racing. Now he's racing. I believe that is Turvsy for P1, and Leafster winning that battle as we cross the line. Yeah.
Oh, Tim is falling way down to 12. There was something wrong with Tim.
So right now, here, Lisa is actually doing some defending beautiful at the moment. Excuse my stroke in the middle of my sentences, but here we are. Lisa's doing pretty well. I think this is a time where he is at the point of the race. Let's just go chill. Let's just race and try to get as far away from Turvsy as I can, and as he's doing that right now. He's just at the Max Verstappen stage, so if he can make no mistakes in this rain.
Oh,
yeah.
The track will be damp in 5 minutes, so we are going to change to tries again. So
Yeah.
that means this is a wet dry race then. So it will be a bit more grippy in the next minutes. This is actually an interesting race now, because we are changing again from the wet tire to the dry tires. So that means they all have to make a pit stop.
Yeah, so now it comes in who's gonna do you pit early and maybe try to have an advantage of all the other people that have to pit late, and maybe that damp is wet. Isn't damp like less version of?
Oh, so for the one want to know what damp means, it will go from wet to dry. I think that is what Avia meant. So I'm not sure if he maybe spoke too soon about something and thought it will go from dry to wet, but it looks like Leafstar just lapped someone from the back of the field. It looks like it's Lord Eggbeat, so this will be the first overlapped guy in the race, but that with not the way done already.
Yeah, Leafs are just being
Oh,
able to get in position.
Turfsy fell down, and so does Mac. So it will be a very interesting race behind Leafster, but now we are here, of course, with a question when the pit stops are here. What will happen? Because as we see, they have to stop the car at the mechanic box, and they need to change tires as quick as possible so that they don't like getting down or something. Because as I already saw many times, also in the endurance race, there was someone like exiting the car, but the car rolled down out of the mechanic box, and that wasted a lot of seconds.
Yeah, I think we might have maybe switch the drives, but I hope, but I don't think just at the moment. We're at 11 out of 18 laps. Least crossing the line, and he's making a 7-second gap from Terzi as they just cross by on our screen right now. Rob in P3. He's having a beautiful comeback, really.
Yeah, I mean myself, the one who did pole position in the second round at the same track now has, instead of better qualified than race, has now it's directly other way around, bad qualified but good race. So it will look like Rob has his main power in the rain, but we have to be careful because they are going to pit, of course, like it was said, and we will look who's going to pit first and if the pit stop will be successful, or if it's everyone at the same lap. So
Yeah,
I
so
can
honestly,
think,
it,
yeah.
it just goes down to their strategies, right? So I think
Okay.
Leicester's
Oh,
making a really big gap there, and Rob, he's trying to make a big comeback.
So we're joined by our homie P31678/hit/password or that happy turkey, and he's a big homie and also on the media team, and he's decided to pop in today.
leaves the question to the barrier. Leaves the question to the barrier.
Oh!
He just turned to. Wait, where's?
Race
Right now.
So
Yeah,
I
so
can
honestly,
think, yeah.
It just goes down to their strategies.
Be crazy. Yeah.
It's quite surprising actually, because Tim was really fighting for P2, but then it looks like Tim lost his confidence somewhere.
Yeah, but
So you guys get 2 time laps each driver. That means I could get one.
Still surprised.
I could maybe get one. But I doubt though. 2 drivers max. Alright, you two.
Because, of course, the team I and TTP is
As we can see, the Z's drop.
he's going to sweep down to the last 3 corners.
But Lisa,
And you know what you also have to say?
Lisa comes and
he's
he
waving.
crosses the line and he.
Hey, Lonzo, last lap. Okay, Flonzo, come in at the end of this lap. Come in at the end of the lap. And we'll have a Leaf take over. But still push. Still push. Very well done. Fonzo, are you gonna watch me do my hour of racing or? Are you gonna watch me do?